And staying in the United States, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg made waves with his latest appearance on Joe Rogan's podcast. Released Friday, the podcast delved into contentious topics ranging from government censorship to rival tech giant Apple's stagnation and corporate culture. Zuckerberg accused the Biden administration of overstepping boundaries during the COVID-19 pandemic by pressuring Facebook to censor content discussing vaccine side effects. He revealed that officials pushed Facebook hard to remove posts, even those that were true, to control the narrative.
While they're trying to push that program, they also tried to censor anyone who was basically arguing against it. And they pushed us super hard to take down things that honestly were true. When it went from 2 weeks to flatten the curve, in the beginning it was, there weren't enough masks. Masks aren't that important. To then it's, oh, no, you have to wear a mask. Everything was shifting around. It just became really difficult to kind of follow.
The Meta CEO also commented on the broader issue of government interference in tech platforms, calling it brutal and arguing that Washington should support its companies instead of attacking them. Now, despite these clashes, Zuckerberg hinted at optimism about a potential Trump administration return, stating that Trump only wants America to win.
I think it's a strategic advantage for the United States that we have a lot of the strongest companies in the world, and I think it should be part of the U.S. strategy going forward to defend that. And it's one of the things that I'm optimistic about with President Trump is, I think he just wants America to win.
And shifting focus, Zuckerberg launched into a critique of Apple, alleging the tech giant has been sitting on its success since the first iPhone launched back in 2007. He even accused Apple of prioritizing profit over innovation, citing declining iPhone sales and restrictive practices.
Apple has used the iPhone to impose a lot of arbitrary rules. It feels like they haven't really invented anything groundbreaking in a while. Steve Jobs introduced the iPhone, and now they're just sitting on it 20 years later.
Zuckerberg also didn't shy away from controversial cultural topics either. He lamented the rise of culturally neutered corporate environments and argued for a balance between masculine and feminine energies in the workplace.
Masculine energy, I think, is good, and obviously society has plenty of that, but I think that corporate culture was really trying to get away from it. If you're a woman going into a company, it probably feels like it's too masculine. There isn't enough of the energy that you may naturally have. You want women to be able to succeed and have companies that can unlock all the value from having great people no matter what their background or gender.
The tech billionaire also addressed Meta's evolving policies, which include relaxing moderation rules on sensitive topics like gender and immigration, halting third-party fact-checking in the United States, and scaling back diversity initiatives.
It's like you want feminine energy, you want masculine energy. I think that that's all good. But I do think the corporate culture sort of had swung toward being this somewhat more neutered thing.
While the Joe Rogan podcast offered a candid view of Zuckerberg's growing discomfort with traditional media, his critiques and policy shifts signal a bold repositioning of Meta in a world increasingly polarized by politics, technology, and cultural change. As Zuckerberg bends the knee to the incoming Trump administration, it begs the question if his decisions are positioning the company long-term well after MAGA has exited the political scene.
From breaking news to the day's biggest controversies, shedding light on the world's top headlines, detailed analysis on the stories that matter the most to you. Catch it all on Spotlight at 6 p.m. India time and 12:30 GMT, only on Firstpost.